Good afternoon, welcome to the Sage ERP X3 Lunch. This is our annual event. A little bit different this year. We need to keep ourselves, reinventing ourselves, as you'll learn a lot about today. Learning, unlearning and relearning is something you've got to take on board today, because Sage has changed quite significantly in the last 6 to 8 months, all for the good, of course.
We had a look at Mr. Kelly, and he's got a huge interest in the small businesses, driving efficiencies, driving employment, etc. But also a really big commitment to X3. So Sage, because of its acquisition strategy in the past, has been a fairly fragmented brand, doing acquisitions like the Pastel acquisition, like the ACPAC acquisition. So really time to bring that all together and talk about a continuum of products.
But the reality is we're all using cloud today. And what we all see is that really people start to look for two things: mobile first, cloud first. You know, and what we're going to discuss today is all about these people coming into our workplace. That means that our technology has to be up to speed and certainly up to scratch.
We live in a world that's changing. What are we doing to make sure that we're relevant in this changing world?
I think with the fact that it's gone pure web and the fact that we have a mobile framework built into it allows us to really take advantage of this changing world. It allows us to sort of demonstrate areas of this product and areas of our thoughts that are so vital today. And probably what we should do is queue up Grant, if he's paying attention here, to sort of get ready to show us something as simple as, and I say simple, but I mean I like to challenge, you call them ERP heavyweights, are number 1 and 2, and I'd like to call them technology lightweights. Because that's how I feel about it. You know, we have the flexible ERP, the easy ERP. So just as an example, Grant, I mean, I hear we run on any browser, we're fully mobile. Kind of just show us a few things there that will keep the audience attentive.
Sure. All right, so we're going to see some visual processes now. But what if you've got an R8 customer on the line, disputing an invoice, for example? You've got an invoice number, you don't want to navigate through your menu, you do a visual process. All we need to do, on the top right corner over here, is enter the invoice number. Now there's about 160 business processes in the system. You can take those visual processes, change them, add new notes to them, and configure them to fit into your business processes.
So what we've got is we're living in a world that's changing. Grant and Keith have shown us some of the way that Sage has adapted and their products have grown and evolved to cater for some of this. But let me set a bit of a broader context. This shift to mobile and the use of smartphones and the radical changes that it means for the way that we live our lives is not just for the rich. It'll be possible for anybody, anywhere in the world, to be engaging with and to be connecting with your company and your organization and begin to expect things.
You know, we put the X3 online is being done with AWS, Amazon Web Services, so that's how we're going to globally roll that product out. We're talking, I mean, product management always like to say 2016. It'll be much faster than that. They just protect themselves. But, you know, that'll go live in America literally next month, and then the rest of us will follow quite quickly. But, you know, for me, it's also the reality that, remember, X3 is fully web-based, so I don't really care whether it's in the cloud or it's in our customers' offices. It's the ability to access that, and through the devices being that reasonably priced free Wi-Fi and throw the storage on top. It really takes a few of those barriers of the cloud discussion out of the argument, which is massive for us in the growth area of cloud.
In a world where we're confronted with different information and different requirements, you have to unlearn. Get with the program, people.
So 60 to 70% of what we used to come and tell you, you already know. So we have to tell you about the 30% you maybe didn't know and disrupt your thinking a little like we have today to get you thinking, crikey, I have got people coming in at a 30-something, they are only going to use an app. You know, we need to put in a proper ERP system like X3.